When I work with entrepreneurs and business owners that are at the beginning of their career, what I advise them to do and what we focus on at the beginnings is for them to create the structure in their business that will allow them to scale their business up. Now, most businesses, if you think about it, they are not scalable, or they are not built with that in mind. So when someone starts a business, they don't think about being the next Amazon or the next Tesla, although they want to. And you hear young entrepreneurs saying that. The thing is that they don't structure it in such a way that it can be the next franchise. And this is one of the challenges that they face maybe 2 or 3 years in, because in the beginning the focus is to grow the business, the focus is to make money, make sales, and is not focused on the structure of the business. And the skill set for the entrepreneur starting the business has to transform from different phases in the business. Like in the first 3 years, the person should be driven, and she needs to take her team forward and then make sales, maybe raise funds. But then as the business grows and as the team grows, her role will start to be more of a leader. And then in that process, in that time, like 3 to 5 years, this is where the business needs to have a structure. And this is where something that I learned last week that I was not so good at is having a standard operating procedure for everything in my business. Now, I had a lot of procedures already in my business, many things that I learned how to do myself. I documented, maybe we recorded a video, we have a document explaining that, but I didn't do that for all the operations in my business. And unless a business is able to do that, unless a business it's so simply broken down in small pieces that anybody can come into your business tomorrow and pick a piece of that operation, and then having a starter operating procedure and do it. Unless your business is like that, you're missing out on your business growth and productivity, and eventually scaling up your business. And what I advise the clients that I work with to do is to start with the end in mind. Start your business as if it will be franchisable. Start your business as you would want to create a new franchise business. And what that means is that you should have in mind the owner manual, like every single step of your intake process, like from where a client fills in a form on your website, and what happens with that form, where does it go, what that person does, what your team does, who reaches out to them, until you fulfill the order, and until then you get a testimonial at the end of the interaction. So all of those steps should be documented, and that should be kind of the user manual to your business. So when you franchise your business, you give the person the license to that franchise, but also the owner manual, and you say, this is how we do things here, this is how we create the videos, this is how we subtitle the videos, this is how we when you think about this production here, right? So all of those single basic steps has to be documented, and they have to be documented in what people call maybe standard operating procedure, SOPs, or I could call it broader sense, the business owner manual. Like if you need to take vacations for 2 months and you hand this business manual to your the highest level leader in your business, they will be able to run your business without you being involved there, because there is a standard procedure for everything, and just a few decisions that you are the only one that you can make. So I think this is a challenge that many businesses face, independently at what stage they are. I work with businesses that would expect them to have this in place, and I was surprised that they didn't. So whatever stage you are right now, whatever you do, have that in mind. Have in mind that you need a standard operating procedure for everything that happens in your business. So anytime someone new comes into your business, there is a user manual for that position, right? If someone is an admin and it's in the admin team, they should have a procedure for, how do we take bookings, how do we, interact with clients. This is our signature, this is the way we say, this is the way we do, this is our communication strategy, this is the kind of emails we send, and this is how we interact with people. And having that in place, it will only add to the the value of your business. And if you plan to sell that business someday, it will add to the value of that, to the valuation of that business. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.